Alright, it's time to take a look at the next Leopard main battle tank, the Leopard 2 PL. Now, when we compare the Leopard 2 A4 and the Leopard 2 PL, they are very similar vehicles. I mean, they have about the same speed, about the same armor. There are just a little bit differences in the overall, I guess, visuals and a little difference in overall total protection on the vehicles. But let's take a look at the armor inspection. The main cannon and everything else is about the same. The speed is about the same. Maneuverability is about the same. The specific weight ratio is a bit different. I believe that's because of the because of the extra mass or extra overall weight on the vehicle. But when we look at the armor inspection, about the same tough spots as we've seen on the Leopard 2A4M, but when we go into the X-ray, it's about the same vehicle. You do get the same composite armor at the front, composite armor at the turret. There is a difference though. The ammo in the whole of the vehicle doesn't have the casing on. This vehicle, the Leopard 2A4M does have the casing, the Leopard 2PL doesn't have the casing. That's pretty much the only interior difference that I would say. I don't really think there's much of a of protection with the casing. It's just I would say a cosmetic detail. At least I haven't noticed any difference. The ammo in the turret also has a blowout panel. You also have the spaced armor at the back as well. Same overall same turret composite armor layout as well, but it does look a little bit different or size wise. For some reason one looks a bit larger than the other, but the overall armor value and the overall, I guess, the armor itself seems larger while it has the same values. Maybe that's just because of that's the way it's made into the game. Anyway, let's take this thing for a ride. Now, how does this vehicle work? Well, besides the differences in overall additional armor add-ons on the whole and maybe a little bit less or more protection, depends on how you look at it, this vehicle does act, perform and drive like any other Leopard. Has the same fantastic main cannon, a very fast rapid rate of fire of 6 seconds, because this vehicle does have the ammo in the turret stored for easy access for the loader, so that the loader doesn't really waste a lot of time looking for the shell. Turret rotation speed and overall turret thickness, pretty good. You can easily go hull down with this vehicle. You can go and take advantage of the gun depression on the Leopard 2PL and on the Leopard 2A4M. They both have, I mean, what am I saying? It's literally about the same vehicle, so you can expect about the same performance. It is a good vehicle for a backup. I mean, if the Leopard 2A4M does get blown up, you do have another Leopard coming up right behind it, so the overall performance and differences between the vehicles isn't really that much, and it offers a fantastic backup in case the primary vehicle does get destroyed. Now, when I say backup, when the tech tree comes up, the vehicles will definitely be separate, so we can definitely assemble this platoon with the Leopard again. I mean, that's obviously an option. We will see how tech tree will look. Should be announced in September, and hopefully we might get to see it. I really hope we get to see it within October or maybe late September. That's my estimate. But overall, the ammo you get is APFSDS and HATFS. You know, same ammo you get on the previous on the Leopard 2A4M. It's about the same cannon. I mean, you get the same ammo. My option is obviously going to be APFSDS, as I usually go with that option when it comes to top tier. It's able to cut through most of the armor vehicles. However, you should aim at weak spots or the more heavily armored ones. Does have good penetration, although ironically some tier 9s have better penetration than some tier 10 and tier 11s, so Things are definitely a little bit funny when it comes to the armor penetration values and overall shell performance. I mean, the Sabre Mark 1, for example, has a very powerful main cannon. The M60 MBT also has a very powerful main cannon. It penetrates 680mm of armor, so that thing is just crazy when it comes to how much penetration they get. They do have better penetration in this vehicle, but they don't have the same armor, and that's the big difference. But overall, my initial experience with the Leopard 2 PL is a decent vehicle, enjoyable vehicle. Definitely will satisfy and will be able to perform really well in top tier. If you played the previous Leopards, if you played fast mobile vehicles that have fantastic reverse, overall good speed, then this vehicle is going to work really well. You can't really, I mean, you can rely on the turret armor, but as I like to say, in top tier, armor is irrelevant, so you should primarily focus on mobility and pretty much just focus on skill. Armor, while being good, it's definitely not good to completely rely on it, because you can, I guess, take hits in the turret, but if the hull gets hit, boom. Especially if you have ammo in the hull of the vehicle, which you can actually avoid. You can avoid having ammo in the hull if you don't load a lot of shells. Then all the shells will be stored in the turret of the vehicle, so that's also an option. But because of the very rapid rate of fire, you can run out of ammo fairly quickly on this vehicle and on the previous Leopard, so having decent ammo is good, depending on the map, I guess, depending on situation. And in my case, I like to have backup ammo as well. Always nice to have backup ammo in case you do end up firing all of them, all of the shells that you have. But in general, I am mostly pretty happy with how top tier feels so far. Definitely does feel different from, definitely feels actually a lot different from medium tier, mid tier, and low tier. Top tier feels more campy, but yeah, that's fine. And well, with that being said, that would be it for the Leopard 2 PL. Definitely a very good vehicle. I did personally enjoy driving this vehicle and this platoon a lot. And yeah, you can definitely expect me to drive these vehicles a lot more into the future. But with that being said, hope you guys enjoyed. If you would like to support me, feel free to like and subscribe. And with that being said, stay safe. As always, I'll see you next time.